was the winner of that one. What do we make of Barney's year so far?
Strange one, really. I think he got into the tournament via being 35th in the world because they changed the qualification criteria to the top 40 in the world, and then 40 qualifiers from the Pro Tour. But based on his world ranking, he wouldn't have got in the tournament as a seed how he'd played the last 12 months if you'd gone to last year's format. Now, I think that there is still a great player in Raymond van Barneveld, but in little bursts. I don't think he's got the same energy and the same capabilities of playing long format darts as before. But every now and again, he puts in a performance and you think, maybe he's cracked it. But between his ears, I think he's always looking for something as an excuse. I don't know why. What he's got from this game is legendary status. What he should be doing at the twilight of his career, Mark, I don't know how you feel about this. I think he should just go for every game. Every game you've got left in your career, just go for it with everything you've got.
Enjoy it. Yeah,
exactly.
He does. I'm with you. If we see him go behind here early, there'll be a grunting, shaking of the head, gesticulating at the board. You'll be able to see whether Barney's winning or losing by his body language. However, Stefan Bellmont, who got to the quarter-final of a Players' Championship event in Players' Championship 4, has had a horrendous run, hasn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't played particularly well on the floor. Dance and I were speaking at the top of the show with Mace about how he's played all 34 Players' Championships this year without a tour card, which is a bit of an anomaly. But he hasn't made much of it.
Yeah.
He's had one decent day, maybe a couple of others here and there, but predominantly he's been beaten first round. But I still believe there's a very decent player in there. You do not win the amount of Challenge Tour events he's won this year without being a baller. Yeah. And the one he lost, bearing in mind he's won 3 Challenge Tours this year, the one finally lost was to Bo Greaves, and that was the very first one of the season. So he's played a lot of darts. I really hope that Stefan's got enough left in the tank to worry Barney tonight, because if Barney takes this guy for granted, we know from the Grand Slam of darts that Stefan can bite you.
Yeah, no, the guy can play. Quite clearly he can play. And winning the Challenge Tour as he has done shows the effect of that. And Barney will have his hands full, that is for sure. Winner of this one will take on Damon Heta, so it's getting tough now from here. Wade Asamoto, Schindler against Burton, all to come. Thanks for joining us on the talkSPORT app tonight and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you're getting along there. Then welcome along. Get involved in the comments if you want to do that, or if you're on the socials, hashtag darts on the media. On the radio.
I like that, darts on the media.
Yeah, darts on the radio works a bit better though for us. What are you expecting then, Barney? Is he going to win?
Yeah, I think he'll win 3-1. I think Bellmont will take an early set, maybe set 2, make it 1-1, and then Barney comes out after break 2 and wins the next 2 after that. We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome back to the action. We are coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. First round action of the Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the PDC. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Time to meet Switzerland's #1, taking part in his 2nd World Championship. The Challenge Tour champion, ladies and gentlemen, Stefan Bellmont. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, time to meet a Dutch legend. The winner of the Premier League, a 2-time UK Open champion, the winner of the Grand Slam, a 4-time World Cup champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the 5-time champion of the world, Raymond.
I am tired.
One of the iconic walk-ons in darts. The pyrotechnics go off. 5-time champion of the world, Raymond van Barneveld. It is a heck of a walk-on.
This is where he taps his chest, waves to the crowd, and usually the arms go left and right, but he decides to salute the Barney Army tonight, wanting to make it through to have a battle with Heta in round number 2. Two questions always come up when Raymond van Barneveld starts a tournament. What's he going to be using in relation to the equipment, and how will he react if he goes behind? If he masters both of those questions, he will win this match. But there are more question marks over these things than earlier in his career, because even he would admit he's a little more indecisive in the second half of his career. Now, earlier on tonight, Mark, he was practicing with slim flights. He is starting this match without them. So that tells us already that he's still undecided what to use, and that's never a good thing.
No, that seems remarkable. Bellmont with a black shirt and the red trim, 36 years old, from Switzerland, 111th in the world. He's on the rise in the rankings, as Paul said, without actually having a tour card, but that will change, and never been past the first round here, but he'll feel this is a decent opportunity. The draw could have been worse, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely, and he has played a Dutch player on the stage before. Starts this match, he'll have the darts in sets 1, 3 and 5 if he needs them, and he's already changed his flights from the practice darts to the match darts.
Race to 3 for a place against Damon Heta. Bellmont. I've got a question about Stefan Bellmont's appearance, right? He's a big, tall fella. He's got a big beard wrapped round his chin. But between his bottom lip and his chin, all the way around his face, Barney hits a max. Nice start for him. There's no whiskers. Is that a natural thing, or does he shave it to look like that? I mean, these are the key questions I want to know.
Yeah, I'm totally with you.
Is that just how he grows? Because everyone's different, aren't they?
This might be by design.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because
okay.
I can see,
go with that.
I can see a little bit of an 8 o'clock shadow on his top lip. I think the only thing he shaves is the top lip.
Fair enough. Barney's down to a ton on his own throw. 3-4-1 Bellmont. Sorry for the beard talk. But he's a unique looking fella, isn't he?
Of course, he's burly. He's
97.
From the mountainous nation of Switzerland, and he's in trouble in this first leg. Barneveld's on 100, single 20, 3 single 20s will be fine, and that is exactly what he's got.
Yeah, just has a cursory glance at the scoreboard just to check where he is. He's in good order. He's on tops. Bellmont's on 2-4-4, single 20. And again, not really creating any kind of pressure here. 59 scored, so not yet down to a finish.
Yeah, Barney looks comfortable starting this match. Just over tops with that flat lie. Beautiful hit, reminiscent of the double that he hit to win the 2007 PDC World Championship. I'll tell you what, Mark, if you go back 19 years, yeah, it's been 19 years since he won this championship. That doesn't seem right. It is right. If you walked up to Raymond the day after he won that tournament and said, "This is going to be your last one, Ray," he would have said, "I'm not talking to you anymore."
Yeah, he'd have thought you were bonkers.
Absolutely. And the way he was playing at the time, you're thinking he's got 5, obviously 1 PDC title and 4 Lakesides. He's thinking, I'm going to get 8. I'm going to get close to double figures. Unfortunately, he hasn't been in enough finals since then. He's been in a final with Taylor here, and he was destroyed in the best final performance this tournament has ever witnessed. and will probably ever witness. Taylor was unbelievable about 15 years ago. 110 average over 8 sets of darts.
Yeah, I saw that. 110 in the final. Wow. That might be enough to earn you £1 million on January the 3rd. Bellmont, better start to this set, this leg, sorry. Leg down in the opening set. 3 legs needed to win a set. He's on 161. Barney on 241. Bellmont at the hockey now.
He needs to get a leg on the board, does Bellmont, if he wants to get some early comfort. If he doesn't, he's going to start feeling the ghost of 2025's event, where he didn't get a set off Watamina. Nice switch here on the 19s. He's got a treble. Now he's wanting to go back to the 60 to lead double 12. He's just a little bit shy of it, but 64 is not a bad leave after 12.
Yeah, Barney from 241. Crowd rocking as ever here at the Palace. Just a ton for Barney. 141 left.
Well, Bellmont is not going to be rushed. He's not the quickest player on tour, but he's very exacting. That is a treble 16. That is a double 8. And he enjoyed that one. And he's got plenty of fans down there, by the way. On the walk-on, sometimes people like Bellmont, who are not that celebrated, you might think he might have 1 or 2. He had closer to 8 people with him.
Yeah, he's obviously called in a few favours, hasn't he, to get a few extra tickets. Good luck to the lads. When he's got his own scarves, he can do what he wants.
I completely agree. And he is the first ever player from Switzerland to have graced this tournament. He is still the only one. You'd like to think that there could be more in the future, because they do have their own European Tour event now in Basel.
Yep.
And you've got players like Marcel Walton and some others who could potentially grace this event in the future. But he didn't get it through a European qualifier. He got it through winning the Challenge Tour, which is one of the most difficult things to do in PDC darts.
He's going all right here, Bellmont. After a slow opening leg, he's 29 in front. Barney at the hockeys. 2 single 20s, no treble, and there it is already. 3 legs in, a raise of the eyebrows, a slump of the shoulders from Barney.
He's got to fight today, and he's going to have to fight in every game he plays. He definitely wants more than 1 game at this tournament. I'll tell you why, because Raymond is money hungry. There's nothing wrong with it, before anybody ats me. A lot of these players are money hungry. There is a backstory to Raymond being money hungry. That's not for now. That's his business. But Bellmont, whose affectionate nickname between the players is Belly. It's very creative.
How did they come up with that?
Something to do with his name starting with Bell.
Didn't notice. It's like Chizzy, I don't know how they think them up.
Like Walshy. From just up the road in Abbots Langley.
Right, Barney here is floundering. Another head shake. That was a better last start. 81, but he's only on 118. And 129 for Bellmont. Got to go 19. Single would still leave the shot on. And that's what he's got. So it's treble 20 for Bull for a breaker throw. Ooh, clips the top wire.
I'll tell you what, he's throwing well here. His Bellmont, the darts are travelling with purity. Barneveld's got 118 for a 2-1 lead in the first set on the talkSPORT app and YouTube channel. He's got tops for the combo, and he's just over the top. He clipped that wire. That was really close, and Bellmont could take the lead himself now with 78.
Yeah, that was a good visit from Barney. Almost dug himself out of a hole. Oh, but that's a good dart. Treble 18 leaves double 12 for a break for Bellmont, and he's in it again. Brilliant stuff from the Swiss man. Oh, those scarves are going to be selling like hotcakes if he wins here.
I've already got one on back order. Yeah, that's going to make his confidence swell. Remember when Barneveld lost to Darren Young in the first round? Then he retired. We knew he was retiring at the end of the event, and he lost to Darren Young of the United States, and we didn't think he was coming back. Then he returned. He does have form for losing in the first round. He lost to James Richardson about 15 years ago, and then Richardson would end up losing to Kim Hybrex in the next round. So it's not as if Barneveld's been having deep runs in this tournament for years and years and years. In fact, he's only made the last 16 once this decade.
Yeah, I mean, we forget he retired and he came back. Has won a Players' Championship event last year, but
85.
Barney's in a bit of bother here. Football over on talkSPORT. Manchester City are leading by a goal to 0 against Brentford, and Newcastle 1, Fulham 1 over on talkSPORT 2 tonight.
Interesting.
93.
I wonder what this is going to be after one set. Barneveld is roughly 140 behind here in leg 4. Bellmont is having his best set
55.
on this stage, without a shadow of a doubt. He's got 6 darts from 183, the Swiss. Barneveld back on 270. Mason I said this was possible. Bellmont, he can play it, and there's no way that he's going to be afraid of Barneveld.
81.
Yeah, that could have been better after the opening dart there. Maybe could have used the ball to get under the 100, but
he's hitting that big 20 too many times. The way his darts are sitting on the board,
60.
he really does want them to be slightly underneath
102.
and hitting the bottom of the 60. He's over pitching them a lot. He's on 210, and now Bellmont's got 6 from 102 to win the set.
yeah, 20 scored, 82 left. Oh, he's hit the ball right in the middle. Double 16 for the first set.
86.
Well, set dart been and gone, but the luxury of another go, because Barney's way off the pace.
Here he comes. That's a better first start. Can't build on that first 60.
100.
That's a perfectly stacked 100 score to leave 110, but Bellmont to win the set. This is going to be his best opportunity to do it.
Moves the wire on double 8 inside. Double 4, that's not close. 1 dart left. He's had 3 set darts, but he's successful with a 4th, and a raise of the fist from Stefan Bellmont. Barney on the back foot at the Palace. Bellmont banging away. Or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know that the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system, instant accurate scoring, and a slick modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target. Magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target.
Adjusting something like he's been in the pits. So we will keep you up to date with what Raymond does with the equipment, but it's not just that, it's got to be the mindset as well. This walk-on that he's got, Eye of the Tiger, it's about being a fighter, about coming back from disappointment. If you've ever seen Rocky 3, It's when Rocky Balboa goes to rock bottom, when he loses to Clubber Lang, and it's Apollo Creed that digs him out and takes him back to basics. And the eye of the tiger is finding that inner strength to fight back. And that's exactly what Barneveld needs.
I'm of an age where I can remember the Rocky films, but not necessarily what order they came in. But you make a great point. He has come back, but he's not got that same vigour about him. We saw it in leg 2, the head shake already. We've seen that too many times for me. Wade has a moto to come. What a year James Wade has had. Runner-up at the UK Open. He was runner-up at the match play in Blackpool, live on talkSPORT earlier in the year. He's going all right, isn't he?
Yeah, I think what you like about James, he's a somewhat polarising character, but I think Chris Mason had a really good point at the top of the show. He was talking about how James has mellowed a little bit. I think fatherhood suits him. Down to the ground. He loves his boys. He loves his dogs. He loves family life. And he likes darts. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't love it, but he's really good at it. And his ability to respond after losing his place in the top 16, they're going to be writing books about it in decades to come. Minstrels will make songs about him in the future, because when he was down to about 22 in the world, people said, oh, maybe he's done. In a blink, he's now number 5 again, and they're talking about Premier League. It is incredible what he's able to do.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the fact that he's got other everyday problems to deal with has almost made him realise that playing darts actually is quite a privilege, and I think he enjoys it now, maybe more than ever he did before.
Yeah, I think my respect for James has gone up a lot, not because of what he's won, but what he's been responsive to. Ranking slides, mental health issues, criticism from the masses. He's a great player. He is going to be tested tonight. Azumoto's a great player. And surprisingly, Raymond has not changed anything in his equipment. He's still got the front-loaded barrels. They look very similar to Nathan Aspinall darts. Funny enough, he's got aggressive points in, Dutch-coloured stems in there, and the black slim flight. And he's still shaking his head.
92.
Yeah. I think he'd be shaking his head if he was 6-0 up in the final on the 3rd of January. Just strikes me as that type of guy, Raymond. Well, this leg pretty even. 1-0 Bellmont. Race to 3 for a place against Damon Heta in round 2. That draw could have been kinder. 2-5-6 Bellmont, 2-4-1 Barney. 2 single 20s that can't find a treble, Bellmont.
You're never going to get an equipment change from Stefan. He's been using those barrels for years now. Every now and again he'll use the same barrel but a new fresh set. Raymond's still frustrated at not scoring enough treble 20s. He's averaging pretty much the same as Bellmont here, about 87.5. But he's frustrated at the fact, and he's got every right to feel this way. He's got 1-180, he's got no 140s, and it's the second set.
141.
Yeah. Well, Bellmont down to 96, Barney on 141, not going to go this time. Who's going to hit the first 141 at the end of a 9? We're keen to find that out. 96 for Bellmont, Barney's waiting for a break. This would hurt, this would be a very nice finish.
Yeah, this would be killer. 96 needed, small 20 start. Now what do you do, Stefan? He's going to go for treble 20, isn't he? He's going to go for the treble 20 when it's the only covered target on the board. He still hit it. Forget about that. Double 8, and it's even more hurtful when he hits it slowly. Double 8, he's got it. That was hurtful. Barneveld couldn't even look at him.
That was brilliant. That was out. You called it perfect. He just almost went, hang on, Raymond, just watch this. This is going right in the middle. And Barney just looked, he couldn't believe it.
Do you know what? The only thing missing from that was Stefan looking over his shoulder and saying, watch this, Raymond. You're about to go 1-0 down in the second set.
That was outstanding, by the way, because as you said, he moved, he thought about it. He probably only had a third of the target to see, and he hit it.
He's got Dennis Priestley pace, has Bellmont. He's very deliberate. He's never going to be rushed. It's one of the reasons why he's such a good player, because he plays his own game. Barneveld is in trouble now. That is official. He's one set down. He's one leg down in the second set. And Bellmont is starting to build a confidence on this stage that he's never had before.
Yeah, look at this. Looking for a max.
108.
Better get some more wool in. Those scarves are going to be flying out.
Have to get one for Dan Dawson's birthday on Friday. It's the kind of thing he would enjoy. I think he likes the fact that Andrew Gilding is in the next round.
2-8 Bellmont. 1-0 up in sets, 1-0 up in legs. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson with producer Matt. I tell you what, I'm glad it's cold outside. Hasn't half cooled it down in here.
100.
Yeah, I do think we're going to get some sort of weather over the next couple of weeks as we stay in London. That's better, Raymond. 138 to leave tops. That's the kind of stuff he's been looking for. He's got his first 140 now. He's got his first 180. If Bellmont takes this 128 out, I have no words for Raymond van Barneveld, and he's missed the second treble 18. Oh my word, that was close. And look at the grin on Bellmont's face. He knew it was close.
That was a millimetre the other way. That goes in. That goes in.
Raymond's not liking this pace.
76.
He is genuinely dancing behind Bellmont as if to say, get a move on, will you?
Well, tops for 1-1 in the second set. Ooh, that went awkwardly, didn't it, into the board. Ooh, what can he see of the tops here? He can't. That's the problem. He can't. 3 darts missed for Barney. 52. And if Bellmont takes out 52, Barney might be bouncing his way out of the World Championship.
Yeah, Barney was trying to thread the needle there. Bellmont's on tops. He's only got 2, not 3. Only needs 1. Everything that Raymond misses, Bellmont hits. This is a very simple game to explain. Barneveld's not hitting, and Bellmont is. This is a 91 average with 63% on the doubles. It is immensely effective.
Barney missing leg 3 of the match. Bellmont stepped in to take out 78 in 3. He missed in leg 2 of the second set. Took 52 out in 2. Clinical stuff from the Swiss player Bellmont. Barney. Well, look, I made the point yesterday. We had 3 quite slow players yesterday. We saw Gerwyn Price make lightweight of his slow opponent, Adam Gavlas. We saw Scott Williams make light work of his slow playing opponent, Paolo Nebreda. And then last night we saw Joe Comito, who's slow. Well, Nico Springer had no answers to him. He just couldn't find the answers. Now, Bellmont is slow in everything he does. He walks to the hockey slowly. He even raises his dart up to his face slowly. He's just slow. There's no skullduggery in this. He's not trying to put Barney off, is he?
Not at all. Stefan's the kind of guy who would happily buy you a balloon. And he'll have a smile on his face while he does it. He hasn't got a nasty bone in his body. He's playing his own game right here. This game is very simple. It's 50% throwing, 50% thinking. If you get them both right, you've got a great chance of winning. But if you do not get the 50% thinking right when you're not throwing, you are going to lose a darts match.
So Stefan was going to buy me something, and the only thing he could think to buy me was a balloon.
Yeah, but it's a really nice one.
I want one of them scarves. That's what we want.
I'll have a word. If he wins the game, he'll happily give you one.
Yeah, we're going to ask him. We'll speak to him on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. 96 Bellmont's on 210 Barney, and Barney's huffing and puffing away here. He's down to 110. Bellmont for a 2-0 lead. He's 96.
I think Barney's balloon's about to burst. Small 20 start on the 96. Now, what's he thinking with 76 left this time? He went for the treble 20, which was blocked, and this time he paid the penalty. Single 16 found to lead tops, which he is 100% on in this match. Barneveld needs 110 to survive set 2.
This will calm him down. Oh, he's right in the middle of the red bit. Right in the middle. Double 16 for Barney. No.
94.
1 from 7 now on the doubles.
40.
This is looking ominous. Stefan is dictating everything in this game. He's got a lovely marker over the top of double 20. He goes a little bit further away. Is it academic? Of course it is, because everything is good.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. Luke Lickler, get on target.
.69, but he's 1 of 7 on the doubles. He's had 3 visits where he's missed a dart, and on all 3 occasions Bellmont has stepped in and made him pay. Bellmont averaging just a fraction under 90. Paul Nicholson alongside me.
Yeah, Stefan's got a really strong mindset tonight. He's obviously got a great deal of support with him in the VIP area. Every time he looks down there, he's got a massive smile on his face. At the end of set 2, Raymond's smile has turned into, you know, that kind of upside down smile that the angry cat has. He's not happy at all, and I'm getting Nick Kenny vibes from last year when he lost 3 sets to 1. There was a certain part of that match where you just thought Nick is going to win the game and Raymond isn't, and I just don't think Raymond's going to win this game because of mood. He doesn't look like he's willing to fight through the next 3 sets, and if he does, I'll be the first to congratulate him. It just doesn't look likely.
No, but he has got the throw in this set, so that is an advantage to Barney, and it's one he's got to make pay here. If he can get the next set, then all of a sudden the pressure you would feel goes back onto the less experienced performer in Bellmont.
It's a bit of a weird game, actually. We've had 2 sets, we've had 7 legs. Bellmont in the 2 treble department isn't playing that brilliantly. It's just really effective 1 treble visits most of the time. He's got 2 140s in the game and 1 180. Raymond's got 1 140 in 7 legs. In this match, apart from 2 visits, that changes. Maybe he can win. If it doesn't change, he loses in 3 sets.
You mentioned right at the start, you know, you feel Barney maybe should enjoy this part of his career a little bit more. He just looks a player that's not enjoying himself, and we mentioned it in the second leg of the match. You can see from his body language he's not enjoying it. Bellmont is feeding off that. He almost, when Barney missed, and when he stepped in with that 96, he almost revelled in it, didn't he, Bellmont?
Yeah, I'm looking at Stefan right now. He's what, 50 yards from us, if that? And I can see the smile from our commentary position. He's having the time of his life. And Raymond, I just question, and I don't want to go too deep into this because we have to talk about people's personal lives and everything attached with their career. I just wonder if Raymond's happy right now because he sure isn't on the stage. Is he playing darts for the right reasons? Is he playing because he wants to fight and he wants to win? Or is he just playing for a paycheck? I'm saying this because I know Raymond really well, and I want to know the answer. I want the old Raymond to wake up, and if he doesn't, he's probably better off retiring.
Wow, that's a big call. That is a big call. Paul Nicholson about Raymond van Barneveld. 2-0 Bellmont leads, still to come. We've already had Adam Savada, first win for him on the big stage. He'll go through to play Charlie Manby in winning. He's ended Matt Campbell's tenure as a professional tool card holder. Still to come, James Wade the Machine, 4-time semi-finalist, the last back in 2022. He's been runner-up at the UK Open and a match play, both to Luke Littler. He won a Players' Championship in June. He takes on Rousey Azamoto. Winner of that one will take on Ricky Evans. And Martin Schindler, another one of those in the camp that doesn't do so well here. He's won 4 events in the last 2 years. He's never been past the last 32. He takes on Stephen Burton, who, if he wins, leaps into the tall card holder spots. Winner of that one will take on Keen Barry or Tim Poozy.
Yeah, interesting times ahead. What we want from the rest of the night is mojo. We want mojo from Raymond. We're getting it from Stefan. And we've got a change of equipment. And I don't mean just one thing. I mean everything. New points, new barrels, new stems, new flights. Talk about pressing the panic button. He's gone and changed the lot. And let's face it, he starts with a 140, so well done, Ray.
Yeah, there was a bit of zip about that throw as well. He's gone from the Dutch home kit to the away kit. He's gone from orange, now he's blue, which is predominantly the colour he plays in, but this second visit's not so good. Not good at
44.
all. And the problem is Bellmont, having been hit with a 140, hit Raymond back with a 140. Another 2-treble visit here, and all of a sudden he's favourite to win it 3-0.
Absolutely. These are the barrels that Raymond's been using predominantly all season. All year.
57.
Golden in colour. They've got a lot of detail, more than we can even describe on talkSPORT. They are bejeweled to the kind of things that you wouldn't even throw. You just look at them.
Yeah, he's on 2 on 7. Bellmont 304. 2-0 Bellmont leads in sets. Race to 3 for a place against Damon Heta in round 2. Running for cover is Bellmont. Finds treble 19 twice.
34.
Could be another 170 finish. Could be the first nail in the coffin of Raymond van Barneveld, who is again wiring that 60. He's done it 3 times. He's not throwing badly. He's scoring more 20s on the wrong side of the wire than anybody I've seen in this tournament.
Yeah, 170 though here for Bellmont. Oh, this would be a blockbuster. He needs the bull. Bellmont for the bull. Dragged it down short of the target. That would have been majestic.
Oh, if he'd hit that, I would have called him Stefan Bellmont for the rest of his career. Raymond's not going to take 157 out. Bellmont's got 33 to take. A 1-0 lead in the third, and there's an ironic smile on the face of Barneveld. It's like he's reaching into a bucket looking for luck, and he's coming out with nothing. 58 left for Raymond. Can Bellmont take out the 33? And he's gone 17 for double 8 to take the lead and a break of throw at the start of set 3.
Right in the bottom corner.
Stefan
Bellmont hits the target. Barney's head slumps his chin, touches his chest. That famous walk-on tune. The eye of the tiger. He needs to fight like a tiger now, or he's going home early. A pre-Christmas exit for Barney on the cards.
Oh, this is not good for Raymond van Barneveld, this visit. That's another maximum for Bellmont. He's doing everything right. And that last dart at double in the first leg, I really hope that Raymond didn't see that. It was right at the bottom of double 8. It was so close to double 16. It's one of those dirty little doubles that you have hit against you and you think, ooh, you milky so-and-so. What is Stefan up to? Hang on a minute. Oh, it's so close. 5 perfect darts. He is having the night of his life, Mark.
There was nothing wrong with that 6th one. It just ricocheted off the barrel. Fair play, though. Barney's still in this. 181. Oh, that was a loose last dart from Barney, and that gives Bellmont breathing room. 181 plays 236. If Bellmont wins this leg, he's 1 away from the match. And he's in the red bit again.
Stefan doesn't even hold the barrel on his darts. He holds the stem. I don't even know why he's got grooves on them. He doesn't use them. Oh, look at this for a leg.
41.
2 treble 20s and a treble 7 to lead tops after 9. He's 196 ahead of Raymond, who can barely lay a glove on
And
him.
he's not on a finish, Barney. Well, this for a 10-dart leg. Sadly, no 60k for this one, but it might help him on the way to another 10k prize money. Oh, he's missed for the first time, really. Drags it south, double 10. On the outside, he'll be back. Now he just has a look. Doesn't want to mess this up. Well, that's the first time he's genuinely erred, isn't it?
He had a little look at Raymond's score there. He saw that he was on 196, and his thought was, don't miss inside.
140.
Now, courtesy
20.
of another 140 from Raymond, Bellmont doesn't want to miss at all.
Get it done on the first start, Stefan. Is that a marker? Is it close enough? Oh, that one is. Just moves along the hockey. This is a big dart. This is his 6th dart at a double. Barney's just ordering taxis off. He knows it's not his night. Oh, that's disastrous for him. The 6th dart at the double. Big dart for Bellmont.
Back comes Raymond.
140.
One thing that's gone right in this set, the 140s. I said he needed to find something in that department to have a chance. He's found 4 of them in 2 and a bit legs, and he still hasn't had a dart at double. So maybe the 140s weren't the key statistic after all. It's the in-between scores. He's just not getting chances.
He's not. He's had, what have we played? 9 legs. He's only had darts in 4 of them. He's only won 1 of them. Whereas Bellmont, barring the first leg, has had a dart to win every leg of the match.
But this is the most difficult leg to win when you've never done it before. If you don't win on your debut, there's a little bit of tissue in your brain that's a bit scarred. Bellmont would love to get over the line quickly, because if he doesn't, then he could be 2 sets to 1 up, then it's 2-2, and Raymond's already puffing his cheeks.
Yeah, but he's 105 in front here. Bellmont's got to make him sweat a little bit more here. Single 20, he's coming for cover. Treble 7, just the wrong side of the wire. Can he adjust? No, he can't. So Barney, despite the huffing and puffing, and for Barney, this is the easy way to come from 2-0 down, because it's a whole break hold. Got to hold first, otherwise he's out.
Just can't seem to get that consistent range at the minute. He's a bit of a perfectionist, is Ray. He always likes to have perfection every time. We can't have that in this sport. It's not like 2010 and 2011 when he was getting 9 darters in back-to-back years against Klassen and Brendan Dolan. But he has got a shot at a finish here, and he's got 6 darts for it. He should be getting a darter double in this leg. 25 after a 20 and a big 18. That's 63, which leaves 80. You would think that he's going to get a darter double now.
Yeah, you would. But it might only be 1. We'll see. And Bellmont's waiting. 188 reduces by 80.
100.
A ton, so he leaves 88. So Barney to win a first leg in an eternity. 60 for double 10. That was good. That was very good from Barney. And he's back in this match.
Can you hear that, Raymond? Turn around. Look at the audience. Look at them. They are trying to help you. Listen to that. Not everybody gets that, Raymond. Use it.
140.
If you don't win this leg, you're going home. But fight up there with everything you've got left. It's not for them, it's for you.
100.
So let's see what you've got.
Well, Bellmont opens at 140, Barney a ton. 2-1 in the 3rd set. Bellmont 2 sets to 0. Bellmont would just love a 12 dart leg here. And it's only 60. The door just opens a touch for Barney. Way down low on the 20 bed. Adjusts beautifully. Another one in there. Right, ton, level score.
He's starting to talk to himself. This is the kind of spirit I wanted from him in set 2. As he left it a little bit late. 12 darter would be good enough to win the match, because if your opponent doesn't start perfectly, 12 is good enough. This is really good cover from Bellmont. He knows he's close. He's got 1-6-7 left to win this contest, and maybe Raymond is running out of time.
Well, only a ton, so it's 2 visits for Bellmont for a first win. Barney plucks his darts out of the board. Can Bellmont deliver a hammer blow at the end? No. Now it's all about the layup. Running for cover again. Finds it again. 77 leaves 90. Treble 18 hit. That is a wonderful layup.
Yeah, cover shooting from the gods from Bellmont. He's not going to get a 12 darter, but he might get a 13 to put Raymond out in the first round for the 2nd consecutive year.
36.
What a performance from Switzerland's best player. The only person who's ever represented Switzerland here. He's got double 18 for the win.
1 match start has been and gone. Barney on 142. Bellmont inside now, across to double 9. Barney looks on, and Bellmont misses 3 for the match, and he's left it awkward. Can Barney produce a Rocky-like comeback?
Come on, Raymond, raise the roof. 142. Another one of those would be nice. He went. Why, Raymond? Why? He went for the 42 on 142, and he had a perfect line. He hit the 60 with dart 3. Lunacy.
Yeah, that was a strange move. 2 more darts. Bellmont. Can he find the precision of a Swiss watchmaker and accurately find a double? He does! Bellmont celebrates, and then the emotion hits him. The pyrotechnics go off, A first win for the Swiss at Alexandra Palace, but a miserable, miserable night for Raymond van Barneveld, who is gracious in defeat. But not only has he lost,
and I mean far, the biggest win of Stefan Bellmont's life. And I know that Raymond's about to leave the stage and he'll be devastated that he's lost 3-0. Leaving any World Championship is heartbreaking for Ray. But I will pay tribute to him here because he enhanced that victory for Stefan by raising his arm, giving him a hug and saying, well played. That was classy from Raymond at the end. He could have easily walked off the stage with a sour face. He didn't. He was magnanimous. But the best player won that game, and Bellmont was brilliant.
He was brilliant indeed. Averages 91.36, 2-1-8. He's 39% on the doubles, but probably worth noting that of those misses, the majority actually came in the final set, and it was the finishing in the opening 2 sets that was the difference. He reeled off 8 on the spin, having lost the opening leg. Barney did get back into it with that 80 checkout, but crucially, Bellmont held his nerve at the end to win it. What a win for him, and what a real boost now for Bellmont moving forward.
Absolutely, he's going to be feeling chipper going into a game in round 2 for the first time in his career. He's going to be up against Damon Heta, who I am sure was watching or listening to that, because Damon had a couple of frailties in his first round match. I think that could be a really good game.
If he turns up and puts that up, it will be a good game. That is for sure.
100%. Australia versus Switzerland in the second round, sign me up. That is going to be an excellent match. But Barneveld out of the tournament. I don't think many people will be shocked by that because we all thought Bellmont could win tonight. But I suppose we now got to ask the question, what does Raymond want to do in 2026? I'm not saying he has to retire. I'm just saying it's an option. He can do what he wants. But at this stage of his life, he's got to draw the line and say, right, am I prepared to fight, or am I just going to be a paycheck player?
Well, it is called the PDC World Darts Championship. We saw Paul Ling at Lim of Singapore win. Nitin Kumar, India's first winner. We've just had an American winner, and now for the first time we've got a Swiss winner. This really is a worldwide sport now. 100%.
I think Central Europe are really starting to show what they can do. Germany have led that after the Netherlands and Belgium from the 90s and parts of the 80s. But we're starting to see Poland with Krzysztof Ratajski and more. And even Białecki pushed Bunting as well in this tournament to a last set decider. But Switzerland, Austria with Sulevic and the clan, and you go down to Croatia with Boris and the clan down there. It's only just begun.
It has. The journey that is the PDC World Darts Championship. Every step of it live on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. We're off to get a Stefan Bellmont scarf. We'll see you in a few minutes as the next game of the night sees the machine, James Wade. He's taking on Japan's Ryusei Asamoto. Dance and Mace will bring you that one. Bellmont is through by 3-0.